Now, our next guest made headlines this week after sharing her story with the world. For years, Drogheda native Amanda Teague searched for the perfect man, only to grow tired of men in the physical form, eventually finding love in the shape of a ghost.
Welcome back, Saturday video. How you doing? It's Jay Buddy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Any fucking crazy shite you want to. It's another shite on the internet. The hood is up because 1, I've lost 2 hats. 2, my hair is fuzzy, and I do not want that going out into the world too much. And 3, it gives me a mean look. So, today, on Shite on the Internet, I want to talk about this Irish lady that married a 500-year-old ghost. Yep, that's right, folks. She married a ghost. Okay, brilliant. Let's give it a while. Now, before we get into this, okay, the video is 10 minutes and 49 seconds long. I am not going to watch it all. I refuse to put my eyeballs and your eyeballs through that much punishment of something so fucking crazy and stupid and mental. I'm not doing it to me or to you, okay? I think of it as a favour, because if you watch this, you will want to jump down the stairs. So we will watch a few minutes of it, and we will move on. First of all, I would like to say, look at the faces of the 2 presenters just before they're about to start the interview with the lady. So they look confused and scared. Yeah. It's a strange one. Let's give it a go.
Now, our next guest made headlines this week after sharing her story with the world. For years, Drogheda native Amanda Teague searched for the perfect man, only to grow tired of men in the physical form, eventually finding love in the shape of a ghost of an 18th century Haitian pirate.
Despite being over 300.
Now, what he just said there already has to trigger some kind of red flags in your head to go, this motherfucking bitch is crazy. Okay? It just has to. But yet they sit there like it's a regular old interview, like they're interviewing Nancy down the road who saved a cat from a tree. Sorry, my apologies, it's a 300-year-old pirate. I thought it was 5. That makes it a little better. Yeah, so that's what they're looking like. They're interviewing Nancy down the road who saved a cat or a dog out of the tree. Not a fucking crazy bitch who fucking married a ghost.
Years old, she recently went on to marry the ghost and says they maintain the same relationship as any other couple, and she joins us now to tell us a bit more about it. Good
Okay. She's like the mother from the Addams Family, yes? No? Anyone else see that? With obviously the hair tied up. I do not know what the hell is. She's a crazy person. I get it. Look, she's eccentric and she's mad, and we all love eccentrics. We all love people who are eccentric. But this is a bit out there, no?
Morning, Amanda. You have been on the Ireland Am Couch before. You joined us 2 years ago when you were dressed as Jack Sparrow and you were impersonating Jack Sparrow. I know you don't do that anymore, but was it through that you actually met?
So she's got this thing for pirates, I think. I think she must have this love for pirates. She dressed up as Jack Sparrow 2 years ago on the same couch. Yeah, she's got a thing for pirates, I think. Well, I mean, she's now married to a pirate, so, you know, it worked out for her, I suppose.
I suppose you're now calling him your husband, is it?
My husband, yes.
And his name?
Is Jack Teague.
Jack Teague.
They're still talking about it like it's like she actually met this physical person in a nightclub or something. Is it through your love of Jack Sparrow and Pirates of the Caribbean that you met your husband? Why, yes. Yes, it is. Rawr, matey. I don't bloody know.
He
Yes.
took your name. Or your surname.
No, Teague is his name.
Oh, Teague
yeah,
is his
Large
name.
is my maiden name, so yes. I don't really feel, in a way, that it was to do with the impersonation. It was certainly to do with my fascination with the whole era of piracy and the era...
Okay, now this says he's a 500-year-old pirate. And they said it was 300-year-old. I don't know. He's a fucking old-ass ghost, okay?
Of the 1700s. I feel it was more to do with an intention that I had put out to the universe in the course of my spiritual work, that I wanted to meet a soulmate. The thing about putting intentions out is that you have to be very specific. Now, I wasn't aware that you could have a relationship with a spirit.
Amanda, you can't have a relationship with a spirit. It's not real.
So when I put out that intention to meet a soulmate, I had intended it to be somebody in the physical. But about 3 or 4 months after putting out that intention is when, you know, when his energy first presented itself to me. So obviously, as things have transpired, he is my soulmate. So my intention did happen, but it just didn't happen in the way that I thought it would.
He is my soulmate. That's mental. That's mental. That's crazy. She is clearly... I don't know. She's in her own little world. I mean, I get it. I get people are weird and strange and stuff, and that's fine. You know, do your own thing, whatever. It really doesn't affect me that you're doing it. I'm just letting you know that it's fucking weird what you're doing. That's all. It's weird. Weird.
Now, can you see him? Is he here now?
He is actually here now. I can feel his energy. I don't ever see him in the physical. I would see...
Oh, I see him! I see it! Oh, no, it's a brick. Never mind.
Him in the form of mediumship, trance mediumship, and when we communicate, it would be mental mediumship. So I don't actually hear his voice.
So you can't tell us what he looks like?
Oh, I can, because I've seen him,
What
you
does
know,
he
in
look like?
trance meditation. He has long black hair. He's very dark-skinned. Although he is mixed race, he is definitely more African features than Caucasian features.
She likes the BBC. Yeah, just wanted to throw it in there. Obligatory penis joke. Check.
A bit taller than me. You know, well built, and beard.
Beard. I'm starting to come around to this guy. Beards are cool, right?
And did
dark
he
eyes.
existed historically? Are there historical records of his life?
Well, records were very, very patchy back then. So he was actually born on a ship. So it's really, really hard to actually trace back as far as then. The interesting thing that he did tell me when we were going through the verification process of me questioning him and looking for things that I could research, which obviously you do in a situation like that, was that he told me...
Obviously, that's what you do. You verify, you ask questions and you verify things, you know. It's quite clearly that's what you do in this situation that we have all been in before. You know, you got to verify these things, people.
That we were ancestors, so that his father had actually came from the west of Ireland, which is where my family is from. So when I started doing my family tree and my genealogy, I did in fact find that there was a Teague in my family tree on my great-grandmother's side. So I couldn't have possibly known that. So that
Is there
to
any
me was
record of
verification.
is there any record of his death?
No, there's no record of either.
They're related. It's incest. Incest. That's what it is. They're related. Your story is... Because of your story, it's getting increasingly more difficult to not call you a crazy person. You are now in an incestuous relationship with a family member of yours. It is a great relative of yours, but nonetheless a relative of yours, and it's a ghost. Your story is starting to fall apart. I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to fall apart.
So he wasn't captured and executed?
He was executed, but I've looked into that, and because there were so many executions back then, they're not all recorded.
You know this how, Amanda?
From the information that he has given me.
So in what form does that take?
Well, if you can think of somebody that goes to a medium to get a reading from a loved one that's passed on, it's exactly the same thing.
No, look, I want this. that medium stuff, because we get some great comfort from it, you know, and they feel comfort from it, and thinking they're talking to their family members that passed away and stuff, and that's fine. If something gives you comfort in a grief-stricken way, that's okay. You do what you need to do to get through that grief and move on, and just, you'll never forget the person. This woman here is contacting a 500-year-old ghost that's a pirate that's actually related to her, and she's married it. You are not making any sense, okay? What you are saying is just, it's a tad hard to believe, you know? I'm sorry, Amanda, but it is, okay?
Except I communicate with him on a personal level. It's not doing a reading for someone.
So are you actually speaking, or is this in your mind, or do you go into a state of meditation?
Well, as I said, there's different forms. In the beginning, it was all really through meditation, particularly the deeper, more intimate stuff would have been what we would call journeying or trance meditation, trance mediumship. Mental mediumship is literally the same as going to get a reading from a medium. So, you know, I would connect to spirit. I would open myself up to spirit, and then, you know, I would connect. It would be mental. It's not that I hear his voice or anything. It is, you know.
So when you meet somebody and you start a relationship in the physical form, you go for a drink, you go for dinner, you go to the cinema, you might take...
No. When you first start going out with someone, you're supposed to go on dates. You get to know them, you go cinema, and you get to enjoy their hobbies and what you like and what they like, and la-di-da-di-da. What did she do?
Weekend break. You have conversations about the future. Did you do all of this? And how does this actually work?
Well, for about the first 6 months of our relationship, it was really all verification. So it was very much me questioning him and then going back and researching things that he told me, because obviously I wanted to make sure that it wasn't my own mind, because obviously being so interested in that era, you know, you have to question that it's not your own brain. And then second of all...
It is your own brain. I'm sorry, it is. You've made this up.
If you do believe in spirits, then you believe that there are spirits who can be deceptive as well. So obviously I wanted to make sure that the spirit I was connecting with was who he said he was. So after that whole process, then I suppose the next step on was that I had found from all the communication that I had developed feelings for him, which I didn't really understand, because...
You're not the only one that doesn't understand it. Shit! What are you talking about?
You know, I didn't know you could have a relationship with spirit, so I hadn't really said anything to anybody about it. So it would have been about 2 months later, he had obviously felt from me that that's the way I was starting to feel, and obviously he felt that way too. And it was in the January, he said to me, we can have a relationship, we can actually get married. And I was like, how does that work? And he said there is a...
He did say, I did receive a text message from him, and he did tell me he was going to ask for Amanda's hand. He told me he was going to get married to her, and I was like, that's brilliant, Jack. I'm so happy for you.
You know, it is a thing, spiritual marriage, so I went and started to research it. Interestingly enough, spiritual marriage is absolutely huge in Haiti, and it is legal in Haiti. To this day, there's as many people in Haiti that marry spirits as marry physical people. And with him having Haitian roots, that was very interesting. That was more verification.
Where did you get that from? I mean, Haiti is the land of voodoo as well.
Winner! He's got it. Haiti is the land of voodoo. Haiti? What are you talking about? Haiti! Don't talk about it there like that. That place, they're mental over there. They do mad things. The voodoo dolls, and they obviously clearly get married to spirits, and they're all black magic and stuff. I don't know. She's mental.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But are there official Haitian statistics from the Haitian government saying?
Yes, I looked into all the statistics. Now, I don't want to go too much into the whole Haitian culture. The whole idea of marrying a spirit in voodoo or in Haitian culture is that you can choose to be monogamous with the spirit, or you can choose to have a physical husband and a spirit husband. So a lot of Haitians would have both, and some would just have a spirit husband.
Do you have
a wife?
Intimate relationship?
Here we go. Here we go. This is the question we've all been asking. Do you and Jack have the sex? That's what we need to know.
Yes.
So how does that work for somebody who has no understanding of this?
Okay, so the way it would work is that any medium, I mean, there are people who believe in spirits and there are people who don't. So if you're a medium or if you're a person who believes in spirit, then you will know that spirit energy can touch us, we can feel their energy, they can hug us.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm still with you. I'm still here. Let's see where you're going with this, okay? These spirits can touch and hug you, okay, all right.
They can physically touch us and we can physically feel them. Now, obviously, having an intimate relationship with a spirit, it's taking that sensation to a more deeper level, but it works in exactly the same way as you might feel spirit touch your hand or touch your face. It's exactly the same thing, except, as I said, it's on a more intimate level.
You have family, you have
There you go. It's basically that the spirits, it's like the spirits when they touch your hand or your face or your arm or whatever and let you know they're there. Basically, Jack was touching her hoo-ha, her lady parts. Yeah, that's what happened. Jack touched her lady parts. Go on, Jack.
children.
Yes, of age, yes.
And they range in age from 20-odd down to 7, is it?
Yes.
OK, and how do they feel about it?
Well, because of my spiritual work, as I said, I've worked with spirituality for over 9 years, so they would be aware that I communicated with spirit and that I worked with energy. So it wasn't a huge surprise to them that I was having a relationship with spirit.
All I know is that I wouldn't be telling my best friends that my mother has just got married to nobody.
Excuse me, I'm pagan, so in the pagan faith, it's actually quite common for people to have spiritual relationships. To actually go ahead and marry a spirit, that's kind of unique to me.
I was going to say, it's a big leap going from mum's interested in spiritualism to stepdad's going to be a ghost. How...
That guy's a legend. He's not lying. It is a big leap from I read voodoo, I read tarot cards and I'm spiritualistic, to fucking your stepfather's got to be a motherfucking pirate ghost.
I'm 60-odd years of age. I'm having a great deal of difficulty processing this. I'm just wondering how a 7, 8, 9, 13-year-old might deal with it.
Well, when we got into a relationship first, my son was 5. So I suppose he was very open-minded, and I suppose he still doesn't really understand it. I mean, obviously he...
A 5-year-old doesn't understand it. A 60-year-old doesn't understand it. I'm fucking 31 and I don't motherfucking understand it. You are talking shit. You are a lunatic. You need help. Jesus. Okay, look, I'm going to leave it there, guys. It's 8 minutes long. There's still 2 minutes left. I'm not getting deeper into it because I can't handle it. It's the absolute idiocy that this woman is portraying on camera is just... it's mental. What are you talking about? You married a fucking ghost. Look, this is the picture of her wedding day. Look at that. She's in a white dress with a fucking pirate flag. She is mad. She's mad. I just feel... I feel for your kids, to be honest with you. They have to deal with their friends knowing this, and you were on national television. You have become a viral video of you marrying a ghost. This is not leaving you. Look, 15 minutes of fame. Bravo. It is a new one. Fair play to you. I hope you don't actually believe it, but yeah, no, if you do, I don't know. Is there any helping you, really? Yeah, look, guys, that's the end of the video. All in good nature, all in good fun here, just ribbing her. She wants to believe it, whatever, I don't care. Marry a ghost, marry a fucking rock for all I care. Look, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. New videos every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Baby! See you later, guys. Good luck.